Welcome to Gamagori, Japan for the biggest event on the 2005 triathlon calendar, the ITU World Championships. For years, Gamagori has hosted some of the finest World Cup races on the ITU circuit, and it's the combination of warm Japanese hospitality and the stadium setting that make this venue so unique. All the very best triathletes in the world are assembled here, with some racing against each other for the very first time.
Everybody's geared up for it, everybody's come here to give their best shot. I'm out there to race everybody. I'm just looking forward to it. Hopefully it's going to be a small group, I guess more for safety numbers out on the bike. For me, I tend to like that a bit more. But again, it's, if it doesn't work out that way, you just stay safe, I guess, and head out towards the run. And I think the fact, hot and humid, I'm really looking forward to it. I love those sort of conditions. Top 5 is going to be a bonus.
So many girls that have so much talent and have had great races, so really it will just come down to whoever just puts together the best race on the day and keeps their head on one side of it. I'm trying to, remember that it is a very important race, and it's a different race to all the other races I've raced this year. But again, it is just another race, and I race best when I stay relaxed, so I have to go about it just the way I've gone about my other races. You can sort of, I wouldn't really say it's a sort of course where you could easily drop people on the bike, but you could make people hurt, and in the end, you need to be able to race anyone on any day, on any course.
I want to see how I am with Australians and Americans. I want to see how I am with the best of the world now. So not so much races this year, because I think I want to be good in this year, in this race. I think is the most important in this year is the World Championship, because I want to test me with more fast girls, and I like my place in the last year, but I want more.
Now it's the elite women's race and the hotly anticipated matchup between the 3 women who have dominated the sport in 2005. The women are now taking their places for the swim start, and your commentator for today's race is former Canadian Olympic coach Barry Shepley.
The women are on the pontoon, just waiting for the final call now of our race officials. The swim, 1,500 meters. It's 2 loops around the inner harbor. They'll come out of the water at the end of 750 meters, dive off the pontoon back in a second time, and then in the transition zone, out of the stadium, and it is 17 corners they do through a very technical downtown section. It's extremely flat, but it'll be heat, humidity, and the corners that really will be the most significant factor on this 7-lap, 40-kilometer bike ride. Off the bike into the 4-lap, 2.5 kilometers each time for a 10K run, and each and every step will be on very, very flat pavement, right past the grandstand each time. An incredibly viewer-friendly course, including a huge live screen in the stadium for the 20,000 plus spectators to have a chance to enjoy. And we're just seconds away from the start of the 2005 ITU Elite Women's Race. Sheila Taormina in her final race of her career, but really the American swimmers likely to be taking it out. We anticipate a couple of the Australians, Emma Snowsill, Annabelle Luxford, into that lead group. It's a clean start, and the ITU Elite Women now underway. They'll go down for just over 300 meters and then make a very hard right-hand turn, come right back past the grandstand, where they'll come up over the ramp at the end of 750 meters. You can see there it's a long rectangle as the athletes will be going all the way down to a long yellow banana swim buoy that they will go around. The very powerful American team right now with 4 athletes in the top 7. Sylvia Giminani sitting back in 7th spot right now, and you can see Sheila Taormina pushing the pace very quickly. Barb Lindquist from the US, Laura Bennett back in 5th spot. So the Americans again very well positioned as we come through the end of the first 400 meters. The athletes will be coming right back towards the pontoon that they came off. They'll actually go past the pontoon, go around another yellow swim buoy, and then come back up onto the ramp. And you can see them right there. They are now headed back towards the pontoon, which they'll go around and come back up and over. At the end of 750 meters, the first athlete to be able to hit the water will be the swim preem leader, and the woman who has done it so many times, Sheila Taramina, pushing the pace right now along with her American teammate Barb Lindquist. It's the 2005 I2 Elite Women's Race, 2-lap swim for 1,500 meters. It is incredibly warm water today, about 26 degrees, so no wetsuits being worn in the water. 30+ degrees Celsius out in the air temperature, and the humidity very close to 100%. So these athletes will be suffering as the day goes on, and that has often been the environmental factor that has really made racing in Japan such a tough game. And they're just coming to the completion, and it is Sheila Taramina, 1934 at the end of the 1,500-meter swim. She'll be followed out by her teammates Barb Lindquist, just coming out. That's Emma Snowsill and Annabelle Luxford just on her feet. Joanna Zagar into that group as well. Becky Gibb Lavelle. So the Americans with 5 right now to the water, but all eyes on Sheila Taramina as the swim prim leader, and right now the fastest person out onto the bike. The 2 Australians just heading off as well, and this very close transition could make a difference as Zagar and Becky Gibb Lavelle trying to catch on to the back of that group of 7 as they head out onto the bike. It's 7 laps, each of the laps coming into the stadium. There's Vanessa Fernandez. She's down by about 35 seconds. Samantha Warner right there as well, just coming out of the water. So the Kiwi, who's had 2 World Cup victories, not on the swim that she needed today to be out into that lead group. And the World Championships always brings a little more out of athletes.
NHL on OLN, Wednesday, Rangers, Flyers, 7 p.m. Eastern.
Credit card bills, late payments, medical bills. Financial stress can happen to anyone. If you're a homeowner and you need cash, call or log on to ditech.com and take the Ditech Challenge. We'll guarantee you the lowest rate and fee and help you to consolidate debts and lower your payments, even if your credit is less than perfect. Put us to the test and find out why so many other lenders are saying, lost another loan to Ditech. Log on or call 1-800-80-DITECH.
Lots of Wi-Fi users work in coffee shops, which aren't always the best places to work. Wouldn't it be great to work wherever you wanted instead of only in hotspots? Now you can with Verizon Wireless Broadband Access. Wi-Fi only works in limited locations, while Broadband Access is the nation's largest high-speed wireless broadband network and is expanding coast to coast. Now get unlimited access at a great price, so you won't get stuck in a not-so-hot spot. Verizon Wireless, we never stop working for you.
Balancing $24.95 Bell South Fast Access DSL. It's a price so low, I'm staying right here to see if that price is going to last.
Now get incredible internet speed at one low price, because unlike those introductory deals, Fast Access DSL is only $24.95 a month, every month.
Still $24.95. How about a little Kung Pao chicken?
$24.95 a month. No gimmicks, no limited time pricing, guaranteed.
Hey, Mom. Hey, bad news. I'm going to miss Groundhog Day. So cold.
With one price, you won't have huge internet bills, unexpected costs, or slow dial-up.
Come on, people. This price couldn't last much longer. Hey, Pat. The price doesn't change.
Right. Right back. Call now and you can get a free MP3 player plus Napster Music free for 3 months. Bell South Fast Access DSL. Now just $24.95 a month, every month.
And we're back into the 7-lap, 40-kilometer bike section of this World Championships Triathlon here in Gamagori, Japan. The Americans with 3 right now into this lead group, and we've had a breakaway already. So right now, 2 of the Americans have been dropped off. Sylvia Giminani as well has not been able to make this lead group. which includes Laura Bennett, Barb Lindquist, Sheila Taramina, all from the United States of America, and then 2 Australians. And there you can see the 2 Americans who've been left off the back. That is Joanna Zagar and Becky Gibbs-Lavelle. Looking right now at Annabelle Luxford as the very powerful World Cup winner from Tisavares and the #1 ranked woman in the world, is pushing the pace very quickly right now, and this is a very dangerous group of 5 athletes to let get away early on in this race. Our chase group of athletes right now trying to make up some time, but they are continuing to lose sizable seconds on each and every one of these corners as the much larger group of 10 or 11 are trying to make their way around this very technical but very, very flat course here in Gamagori. This shot shows us our second chase group trying to go after the first chase group just going around the corner. And they are all trailing our small group of 5, 3 Americans, 2 Australians, who right now are powerfully putting time into everyone on this bike course. Our lead group right now of 5, and it is the American Laura Bennett who is pushing the pace up front. And Bennett has really worked on her biking over the last year. It was her Achilles heel last year, and they are coming through the bike preem right now as Laura Bennett seems to be trying to force the pace right now. Bennett first across right there, and she will take the first of the bike preems here. Back to Annabelle Luxford, and right now this group of 5 are very, very well oiled and doing a terrific job of each taking their 10 to 15 seconds in the lead, each athlete having the confidence that the others will take their turn as well. And that's not something that we're seeing in the chase group that is now almost a minute behind, and we're just over 15 kilometers into this 40-kilometer 7-lap bike course. The athletes come into the stadium each and every time. Here's our chase group right now, and it is continuing to grow. Looks to be about 15 or 16 athletes, so they have been picking up athletes one by one into this chase group over the last lap. Samantha Warner continuing up front to do a tremendous amount of the work. Leanda Cave, the world champion from 2002, just going around the corner in the lead. Vanessa Fernandez sitting back in 3rd spot, as well as the athletes in our chase group now down by 1 minute and 15 seconds as they come in past the stadium, and they will be getting feedback from both the public announcer as well as their coaches. Carpeted area, and now the aerial shot looking down on our lead group of 5. 3 Americans, 2 Australians, and it looks like a time trial team as they are continuing to work very, very efficiently, and we have seen this so many times. This group of 5 have been together throughout the entire 1,500-meter swim and now through 30 kilometers of the 40-kilometer bike section. It's the 2005 I2 World Championships here in Gamagori, Japan. 2 Australians, Emma Snowsill and Annabelle Luxford, and 3 Americans, Sheila Taramina, Barb Lindquist, and Laura Bennett, all in this lead group as they are coming off the bikes, and they will be starting their 4-lap, 10-kilometer run. You have to believe right now that the strongest 2 runners in this lead group include Snowsill and Luxford. They have proven that a number of times this year. Laura Bennett also has had some very strong runs over the last couple of seasons with 2 medals at the last 2 World Championships, and it's Bennett first out onto the run. Snowsill heading off right there as well. Luxford, Sheila Taramina, and Barb Lindquist, and they will have somewhere between 80 and 90 second lead as they go out. And it is incredibly hot, 35 degrees Celsius, very close to 100% humidity. And the athletes will definitely have to have taken on some fuel throughout this day. And you can see already Snowsill coming up very quickly in that green Australian bathing suit as she is just about to already pass Laura Bennett in the opening stages of this 10-kilometer run. Snowsill renowned for taking off with a relentless pace, and she is absolutely pounding the pavement through this first kilometer, trying to put her stamp on this race. Our chase group now coming in, and it is significant. Cave in the blue right there. I can see Joel Franzman in there as well. Samantha Warner trying to run herself into a top 5 position, as the full-time school teacher from New Zealand has not had the swim she wanted today and is back in that very, very large chase group that has come together, 3 different groups all coming together by the end of the 40-kilometer bike. They're off the bikes now. It'll be into the transition zone, shoes on and starting, and they will be chasing down some fantastic runners ahead. And Vanessa Fernandez, right in the middle of their screen in the silver and gray bathing suit, will be trying to make up significant time right there. Fernandez coming in the end of cave. Our Japanese competitors, Nakanishi is into there, Kiko Sakin as well. So the Japanese fans will be very excited as they have 4 or 5 Japanese competitors into that lead group. Great Britain's Andrea Whitcomb just on the screen, and she is an amazing 5 and 10,000 meter runner as well. Her teammate Michelle Dillon, and here they come, the chase pack, just about 90 seconds down, and that is a 19-year-old Felicity Abram just coming into the screen. Vanessa Fernandez onto her side, and both those athletes running at an incredibly fast pace. The end of cave just putting on the white hat and the blue outfit as she comes through, the 2002 world champion. And these athletes are running into an absolute furnace. It is incredibly hot. Our first 5 athletes off, and then you can see almost 2 minutes and 5 seconds back to Vanessa Fernandez, Carol Pion from France, Samantha McGlone from Canada into there, the bronze medalist from the 2000 Olympics, Magli Mesmer DeMarco as well.
They're strong, smart, and crafty enough to have survived this long.
I'm not here because anybody carried me along.
Now it's down to the wire.
I'm almost there.
The final episodes of Survivor Africa.
All I had to do is vote one time and get you off.
Leading up to the one hot, decisive night for the real cool million. Followed by the reunion show.
I'm a goat farmer, not a rocket scientist.
Then catch the survivors back from Africa.
I stole Clarence's war paint.
Survivor Africa final episodes begins next on OLN.
Have a good day. See you tonight.
Okay.
Introducing the all-new Suzuki Grand Vitara. You want more out of life? We're giving you the green light. Go.
Class of 94, here I come.
When you want to make a good impression, Enterprise Rent-A-Car will pick you up free and get you going in style.
Looking good, Moose.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you
are. Steven! I was just hungry.
Was this dinner not good enough for you?
Sorry.
Oh, you're darn right you're sorry.
Everyone wants the new fresh toasted chicken Parmesan sandwich, zesty marinara, melted cheese, only at Subway restaurants.
Now you can get in great shape, build muscle, and you can do it fast. All you have to do is dial it up. Turn up the results with the Bowflex Select Tech free weight system. Now you can dial up the weight you want, anywhere from 5 to 52.5 pounds on one single dumbbell. Want 15 pounds? Just turn the dial to 15 and start lifting. Ready for 40? All it takes is the turn of a dial. Now you can get powerful biceps, a sexy core, even chiseled legs in an easy 30-minute workout. Call now to order your Bowflex Select Tech free weight system for no money down and payments as low as $5 a month. Order now and we'll include this free DVD, Secrets of the 4-Step Rep, that teaches you perfect free weight techniques. It's time to turn up your results. Call and get your Bowflex Select Tech for just $5 a month today.
We are now out into lap number 1, and what a huge gap already. Emma Snowsill continuing to just run ever so lightly on top of the pavement. The battle right now is likely to be for second and third, as Laura Bennett on the left and Annabelle Luxford on the right. And we're looking back now to our chase group, down by over 2 minutes, but making up significant time. Vanessa Fernandez and Felicity Abram, those two athletes, they are both 19 years of age right now. Vanessa Fernandez doesn't turn 20 for another week, just while she'll be in Beijing, that she is over 2 minutes down and going to have a fantastic run just to get on the podium today. Snowsill right now running about a 34-minute 10K pace, and that is incredible in this heat and humidity. Emma Snowsill, her training partner and boyfriend Craig Walton, got the choice to make the Australian team after Simon Thompson was ill and had to drop out, but Walton not 100% himself and had to make a pass, and the great Peter Robertson was able to claim that spot, and we'll see what Peter Robertson can do with that last-minute call-up. It's Annabelle Luxford right now in second place, and here comes Vanessa Fernandez. She has dropped Felicity Abram and really making some huge time now. Akiko Sakine into that group. You know the Japanese athletes have raced very well in the heat and humidity of the home course in the past. It is 37 degrees and counting. The humidity incredibly high, and you can see the perspiration already on our overall race leader, Emma Snowsill, as she continues to make this look like it is a 5-kilometer run. And fresh at that, she looks absolutely amazing. She has done this in most of her World Cup victories, and we saw it in Queenstown in 2003, where she got off the bike and had an absolutely amazing run. It's Annabelle Luxford right there in second place, chasing the motorcycle, continuing to take on fluid as it is incredibly warm right now, and the smartest athletes will be those who are able to fight off overheating as long as possible. Vanessa Fernandez from Portugal, although she came off the bike just over 2 minutes down on the leaders, just about to run through Barb Lindquist from the United States of America, so she has made up a tremendous amount of time early. Back to our leader, Emma Snowsill, as she continues to increase her lead at this 2005 I2 World Championships. She loves the heat. Her small body very, very efficient, and Emma Snowsill has put her stamp on this race over the first 4 kilometers, and as she has done in so many of the races, been able to absolutely decimate her competition early on and be able to cruise through the later stages of most of her World Cup wins. Coming back into the stadium, the crowd here absolutely enjoying a dominating performance by the 24-year-old Australian. And her teammate Annabelle Luxford now trying to make it 1-2 as they come into the stadium. But as she makes her final few hundred meters towards the finishing line, the glasses are up, and that is classic Emma Snowsill, as she will have realized now for the first time, acknowledging the crowd, that she has a second World Championship title to her credit. 200 plus meters to go, nobody on the straightaway, and she has plenty of time to high-five the crowd here. They've come out 20,000 plus into the stadium to cheer on the athletes, and what an incredible performance, and just put her stamp onto this race. 34 minutes, 57-second run, 1 hour, 58 minutes and 3 seconds, and she will have to wait a very long time till she sees the second athlete make their way to the finishing line. Not showing any of the exertion that we have been seeing on the face of the athletes over the last 20 minutes as they've come through each lap. And here they come, just 300 meters to the finishing line now. Annabelle Luxford looking over her shoulder. The #1 ranked woman coming into today's event. Laura Bennett up on her toes now, trying to track down the Australian. They're less than 200 meters from the finishing line. Up on the toes, really pushing, but Annabelle Luxford is going to make it a 1-2 day for Australia. Luxford crossing the line here, just over 1 hour, 59 minutes, 42 seconds. as Laura Bennett takes that bronze medal performance, 1:59.55, and an incredible performance by these three athletes as they have been able to claim the medals. And here comes Vanessa Fernandez, who has had a dominating run herself, just coming up a little bit short as she has made up a good portion of that 2-minute time gap. And Fernandez going to be 4th place today as she recognizes Emma Snowsill. Cortessa from Italy, she has had a fantastic run herself as she has pulled away through most of the competition. It is a hot day. Felicity Abrams, 19 years of age. She looks over her shoulder as she crosses in 6th spot right there. Andrea Whitcomb has run herself through to a 7th position. Sheila Taramina in her final ever World Championships, recognizing the crowd. Kiyomi Nawada showing the strain of the day as well as she crosses the line, and just behind her, Joanna Zager from the United States of America.
Oh my God, yeah, I think this time I had a bit more time to soak it up and celebrate and really, you know, realize what I'd done. And, you know, the first time I said it was very unexpected, and again, it's still very unexpected for me.
I'm really happy with second, and yeah, I'll keep fighting for that first position in future years.
I just dug deep on that second lap and put my head down, and I was so proud of myself. I was really happy to keep my third.
You know, and I'm so glad to have raced and to have won against such a high quality field. I mean, it's so disappointing Loretta wasn't here, because, you know, she really puts the icing on the cake in the race, and I'd love to have had her here racing today, and I really think we would have, either way it went, we would have had a trifecta.
I mean, today was Emma's day to lose, and she did a fantastic job on, you know, her sketchy bit is the swim, and, you know, she was right there. So
everyone comes out. I mean, World Championships is it's best in the world, and the World Championship title, I mean, it only comes around once a year, and, you know, no one ever wants to pass it up, so everyone fights for it.
I think I get fired up for the Worlds, because the best in the world are here. You know, it's a little different than the Olympics, but yeah, it's great. I love them.
We take a look here at the podium and for the second time in her career, joining the great lengths of McKillie Jones, Karen Smyers, and Emma Carney at just 24 years of age is Emma Snowsill with her 2nd World Championship title. Fernandez 4th. As we start to take a look down, Liz Blatchford in 8th, Samantha McGlone with an incredible run for Canada coming in 9th, and Michelle Dillon in 10th place. Sam Warner continuing to keep number 3 in the rankings, Emma Snowsill number 2, and Annabelle Luxford number 1. As we take a look down, Liz Blatchford moving into the top 10, and Sheila Taramina will be in the top 10 as she ends her last ever World Championship race. The beautiful smile of Emma Snowsill to recognize another dominating performance by the Australian women.